Hello everyone, it's me, Gregory. I am the Dragon King, and welcome to the Dragon's Den. We're gonna go over today. First of all, thank you all for being here and watching the video. We're gonna go over today all the Oscar hubbubaboo about the Oscars nominations that came out some time ago. I think it was yesterday, and we're gonna talk a little bit about the snubs, but more about who actually got nominated. So let's get into it, right? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and say hello to the dragons. Say hello to the dragons. Say hello to the dragons. All right. Okay. This story came from ASUSA. I don't know, but I just got a random sites. We'll see. The story is by Mate Noah Evans. Mate Noah Evans from ASUSA. 2024 Oscar Awards nominations. Full list of movies, actors, and directors. Okay. So we're gonna start with Best Picture, right? Here are the Best Picture nominations for 2024. American Fiction with Jeffrey Wright. What's his last name? Flemings. And my girl Maxine, who played Maxine from In Living Single, and a few other folks. Sorry, I'm bad at this, but Anatomy of a Fall. I don't know. I didn't hear a lot about that. But this next one we all did hear a lot about. It's Barbie, the one that everybody was talking about. Gave the color pink in fashion a new resurgence, and there was a snub in Barbie too. We're gonna get to that in a minute. The Holdovers, Paul Giamatti, he played that. He was in that. I'm not sure. Well, we'll get to the best actor, but I'll give you my predictions after I do every section. Killers of the Flower Moon. We had the first Native American. Is she a lead actress? Hold on. I do not see here. I ain't got Best Supporting. Yes, I do. I don't have Best Supporting for some reason. Best Supporting Actress. I got Best Supporting Role. Actress. Oh, I got it. Okay, here it is. Yeah. Her name is Lily Gladstone. I don't think she's the first to ever be nominated. She might be Lily Gladstone. Okay, let's get through it. Let's get through this. Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro with who played in it? Bradley Cooper. We've got Past Lives. What's in that? I don't know. Poor Things and Zone of Interest. I'm going to check all these movies out eventually. I'm not going to do a movie review on all of them because this isn't a movie channel. Every now and then I might pop up and you may hear about one. The actor in the leading role. Okay, this is the good part here. Coleman Domingo arrested. And now, a little backstory on Coleman, a little backstory on Rustin. Coleman Domingo played, I believe from the way history tells it, he was the person out of many, but the person that helped create, kind of conceptualize the March on Washington. He recruited all the different sections, the young college students, black, white, but unfortunately, because of his open identity as a homosexual, open as in he was open about his home, they did not want him to become the face of what he what he essentially created, what he manifested, what he dreamt up. And it's not to take, and I don't want y'all to take away. I have yet to see it, but I've only heard about it. I had heard about him over the years, but it was only within the last couple of weeks that I heard about Rustin and Coleman Domingo's portrayal of Rustin. So, and it just goes back to, it goes back to this right here. And I don't want to get too political because I got a lot more to get into about the movies. Even in something like joining people together, even in something like, a unified support from everybody in the culture, we're still being discriminated against people in the LGBTQ. This wasn't about him. It was about everybody that wanted to see good, honest, authentic change. But because of him being a homosexual, and that's the funny thing about it, you got two people can hate each other, but if the third person is a homosexual, they are a united front. Those other two are on a united front. And that was the saddest part of about all this. The one person who got folks together could not be the head of it because he was gay. And they knew at the end of the day, as much as the majority of people that didn't want blacks to get their civil rights, what they had in common with the black folks is not letting a homosexual man who's committing sin, although there was a lot of sin to go around, be the representative of this movement. And that's the saddest part of it all. But like I said, don't let that stop you from seeing this movie. Please don't. Please don't let that stop you. Paul Giamatti, The Holdovers. Bradley Cooper from Maestro. Cillian Murphy from Oppenheimer. And Jeffrey Wright from American Fiction. I'm going to tell you who I would like to win. And I'm going to tell you who's going to win, right? We'll do that with Best Picture too. But we're going to do it with this acting lead role first. I would like Coleman Domingo to win for Rustin. I really would. Because Coleman Domingo is unapologetic about who he is, his passion for acting, his love for acting, his natural talent for acting, although he went to school somewhere. But the role he played in The Color Purple, which he should have got nominated for too, as well as Rustin. And I'm glad they nominated him for Rustin and not Color Purple, simply because Color Purple has had a lot of issues. And I'm going to do another video on who I think from that cast was responsible for The Color Purple, this reimagined Color Purple, not being as successful as it should have been and could be. We'll get into that in another video, which I'm going to be doing today. So I think I would like to see Coleman Domingo, and if I couldn't see him, I would like to see, you know what? The second choice is a tie between Jeffrey Wright and Cillian Murphy. If I couldn't see Coleman Domingo win, I would want to see Cillian Murphy or Jeffrey Wright win as a second choice. Now I'm telling you who's actually going to win. It's going to be between Cillian Murphy and Paul Giamatti. See, it's going to be between one of them two. It's going to get down on either one of them is going to win. You know what I'm saying? But there might be an upset. You just never know. You never know, right? Now, the actress in a leading role is Annette Bening for Nead, Carey Mulligan for Maestro, Lily Gladstone, Killers of the Flower Moon, Sandra Hüller, Anatomy of a Fail, and Emma Stone, Poor Things. Who I would like to win from this list is I don't know, because I didn't get a glimpse of either one of these movies. I don't know, because I really didn't. Who I would like to win? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna skip that because I don't know, because I didn't really, I don't know these people. I really didn't see a glimpse of the movie. Who is actually going to win? It will be narrowed down to two. It's gonna be Lily Gladstone or it's gonna be Annette Bening. I don't think it's gonna be Emma Stone. You know what I'm saying? I'd be surprised if it was. But my bet is on Annette Bening or Lily Gladstone. And because Annette Bening has a lot of, sometimes in Hollywood, they give things to people who, be it because of legacy reasons or because of they feel these people have paid their debt. Although I think Angela Bassett was robbed many times over, but that's just me. So those are my choices as to who they're going to actually give it to. Now, I messed up his name. His first name is Sterling. So, in the actor in a supporting role, Sterling K. Brown, American Fiction. The next person is going to be Robert De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon, Robert Downey Jr., Oppenheimer, Ryan Gosling as Barbie, and Mark Ruffalo as Poor Things. Okay. Now, right, who I would like to win. Let's see. Who I would like to win is, you know what? I never saw Poor Things, but I like Mark Ruffalo. He's been nominated a couple of times, but I like Mark Ruffalo. He's in the same category as his Marvel teammate, Robert Downey Jr. I would be surprised if Robert Downey Jr. got this. I really would. Because I'm not, did he win at the Golden Globes? I'm not sure if he won. They say if you win the Golden Globes, you win the Oscar. That's not always true. It typically is, but not always. So, who I would like to win, I'm gonna say Mark Ruffalo. It's gonna be between Sterling K. Brown and Mark Ruffalo. You know, although they might give it to Robert De Niro because, again, you know what I'm saying, he royalty and you know he's due. He's due. You know what I'm saying? That's just the politics of it. But if he don't get this award, Robert De Niro doesn't win for Killers of the Flower Moon for 2024 Oscars, he's definitely gonna get an honorary one. They're gonna give him that. I believe that's gonna happen next year if he don't get this. Like I said, I gave you two I like to win: Sterling K. Brown or Mark Ruffalo, because I like Mark Ruffalo. Sterling K. Brown is cool, but I don't, you know, Mark Ruffalo's been around for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm of that age where he was around, and I like Mark Ruffalo. Sterling K. Brown is cool, but, you know, although American Fiction is getting it's been getting a lot of traction, but now who's actually going to win? It ain't going to be Ryan Gosling. Because that will be an absolute mistake, considering who they got in this category. You know, because there's enough controversy around the Barbie movie. But who I'm going to give it to win, like I said, Robert De Niro is the one who's going to win. He's going to win this. If he don't, I'll be shocked. But I know it ain't going to be Robert Downey Jr. Nah, it ain't going to be Robert. He's been nominated before. If they give it to him, it's all type of conspiracies gonna go down. You know, we already know. So now, actress in a supporting role. Now, who do we have? We've got Emily Blunt for Oppenheimer. We've got Danielle Brooks for The Color Purple. Yes. We've got America Ferrera for Barbie. Yes. Jodie Foster for Nead, Divine Joy Randolph for The Holdovers. Okay. She won the Golden Globe, and I think she won the Emmy. Now, did she win the... No, hold on. I think she won the Golden Globe and the Emmy. You know what I'm saying? For her portrayal of in the Holdovers. Who I want to win is Danielle Brooks. I'm not gonna lie. That's just, I saw the movie. She played the hell out of. I was married now, Miss Sophia. She played the hell out of, despite the shit that was going on. But we're gonna get to that in another video. Y'all pay. I'm gonna give y'all an unpopular take on who I think, along with other stuff, was the problem with The Color Purple not having the success it should have today and continued success. This new version. Y'all already know where I'm about to go, but that's gonna be the next video, okay? If my second choice would be I don't know, because I didn't see Oppenheimer, but I like Emily Blunt's acting. I love her acting. So I'm going to give it to Emily Blunt. Now, who's actually going to win? It's going to come down to America Ferrera. No, it's gonna come down to 3 out of the 5. It's gonna come down to Danielle Brooks, and the Divine Joy Randolph. That's what I'm thinking. Although America Ferrera, you know what I'm saying, she might be the surprise. She might be the surprise in it. It's always one. But it ain't going to be Emily Blunt. She not going to win this. She ain't going to win. The adapted screenplay. American Fiction, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, The Zone of Interest. I only heard about The Zone of Interest from Joy Behar yesterday, the 23rd of January, 2024 in The View. So I'm going to check that out. American Fiction, Barbie, Oppenheimer, Poor Things, Zone of Interest. We're living in a time where a lot of cultural issues are going on in the world between other cultures, constant fighting. Ukraine, Israel, Hamas, it's a lot going on. And a lot going on here in this country as well, United States. So it's gonna be who I would like to win. Like I said, I haven't seen any of these movies, but just for the context of how it relates to our everyday society, I'm gonna have to say The Zone of Interest. Barbie is a close second. You know what I'm saying? Now, who's actually going to win? It's probably going to be Oppenheimer. Original screenplay, Anatomy of a Fall, The Holdovers, Maestro, May December, Past Lives. It's probably going to be The Holdovers. And then there's cinematography. Did I do cinematography? I didn't do that, but you can go check those out. So those are my predictions for that's what I think about it, and so that's this video, and we will be doing another one. You know what? That Taraji P. Henson video is not gonna be separate. I'm gonna put it in this, and then I'm gonna do something else. Okay. Now we know that some movies culturally are what was the word I was using when I was walking my dog? They are artifacts that we hold dear to the culture, that we will defend to the end. Sometimes media personalities within our black culture, within the American culture, right? And The Color Purple was no different. Many people doing this reimagination back in the Christmas of 2023 had a problem with it. I didn't, because I'm someone who saw the original. I didn't read the book, but the original movie came close to the book. You know what I'm saying? Not as close as those who portrayed it and actually read it. But for somebody like me who just saw the movie, it was, but even then they got a lot of protests from the NAACP and to black people. They look in this way. They didn't have a problem with black folks playing the slaves. See, black people, we didn't have a problem when folks was playing slaves back in those days, because really that was all the roles that they were throwing at us. Unless we fought for something else, then we were deemed unworkable, we were problematic. So when The Color Purple came around, this was the time for us to really show our acting skills as actors, and they did just that. But again, the NAACP and other groups shunned the performance. And according to Whoopi Goldberg, The Color Purple was nominated for several Oscars but didn't get one because, the NAACP was really, really going at it. But they did a disservice to the movie, and they did it again this time around, right? And so, like I was saying, certain things within a culture, anybody's culture, especially if they hold dear and it's a real important aspect of the culture, media or an actual text of something, whatever. I'm not doing religion here, so don't try it. A lot of people was like, okay, are they going to mess the Color Purple up? Are they going to do something different? Are we going to like the actors who they're going to cast to be portrayed in this movie for our beloved Celie, Miss Sophia, and even Mr. Because, he's revered too, and, he eventually got his redemption in some way. You know what I'm saying? So all the characters, Harpo and all them, it has a certain place in our heart, in our culture, right? So we want to hold on to those things and make sure if it is going to be messed with, it's going to be done right. That's why, for example, the movie Set It Off, right? Set It Off was about 4 black, beautiful, intelligent women robbing. They were at their wits' end. They were doing things, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, they had free will to do or not do, but they chose to, right? Our culture is not the only culture within the American culture who's always had a reverence for the bad guy, especially if they had if it was a man, he had swang, he was good, fine on the eyes, good with the ladies, or the ladies, they had a certain je ne sais quoi, they had that certain look, they had that certain thing about them that they demanded respect, and they got it. You know what I'm saying? And there was always sex appeal, right? So it's no different in our culture. So when I mentioned Set It Off, those characters were beloved because we've seen them in other things. Queen Latifah, Living Single, Ladies First, the original hip hop queen, honey. Then Vivica Fox and her first debut, Out All Night, back in the day with Patti LaBelle and Morris Chester. Y'all, I'm aging myself, but y'all don't know about it. Then you had Kimberly Elise, is that her name? Yeah, I had never seen her in nothing except for I hadn't seen her in nothing. She might have been a Tyler Perry play, but I hadn't seen her in nothing. Then of course you had Jada Pinkett Smith. Okay, we loved her on Living Single. We loved her on Low Down Dirty Shame with Keita Wayans and with the one with the beautiful hair. What is her name? Boy, they all were nice looking. But what was her name? She was in Posse. What was her name? What was that child's? What was her name? What was her name, y'all? We're gonna get it in a second. Hold on one second, y'all. Her name was Sally Richardson. Sorry about that. I had to pause and come back. It was Sally Richardson was her name. And, so So we seen Jada and them from all those movies. So seeing them play those type of roles, it did something for the culture. You know what I'm saying? But it also taught many lessons too. And I mean, it's no different from and don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to compare. Set it off to The Godfather, nothing like that. They did do a scene where Jada played the Godfather, you know what I'm saying? But every culture has had this kind of, side eye section of their culture that they revered because they had swag, they had charisma. Although you knew they was doing everything wrong in life and criminal activity, you still had a sense of, you wanted to be like them, you just didn't want to get caught like them. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, so when you have movies like that, it does something to you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to mess with that because it's a cultural, iconic experience. And The Color Purple was no different. Me personally, I had no problem with them doing the Broadway aspect of it was what they call it? Yeah, it was just like, I loved it. You know what I'm saying? I love what they were doing, you know what I'm saying, with the dancing and all of that and the choreograph. It was different. And they were bringing something new. They were bringing something to this era. The young people who never saw the original, they wouldn't have known the difference. They wouldn't have known the difference. But because you had a lot of old heads that couldn't let go, sometimes you have to make compromises. You've got new people, new actors, and you wanted something new for this era. Now, getting to why it didn't necessarily work. The first day, it made quite a bit of money, quite a bit. Now, I'm not sure exactly was the first media tour where Taraji was crying. I'm not sure when that was. Was it the week before or was it the week after? Me personally, now, Taraji is almost as old as I am. I'm 52, right? I know I don't look it. Thank you. But if she knew what I knew about how black movies survive and how they thrive in Hollywood with an all-black cast, a director, one of the benefactors who's backing it is one of the most powerful women in the world who happens to be black. Why didn't Taraji just say, you know what? Whatever personal gripes that I have about pay, I will let that subside. I will let that subside until we get a good run of this movie. I'm talking, it's barely been a month. It'll be tomorrow, the January the 25th, 2000. This came out, 2024. Tomorrow will be a month that The Color Purple has been out. A month. It debuted December the 25th, Christmas Day, right? A few days earlier, other places in the world and in the country, right? So, Taraji couldn't have waited until after the Oscar nominations. She couldn't have kept her mouth closed until after all the stuff about not being having to drive yourself. She could have quietly went to Oprah and said, Oprah, we got a problem. I don't want to make a big deal because I don't want to take away the positive energy from this movie. We're not getting the cars that we need. We're having to drive ourselves to say, let's do something different because I don't want this to get out. You know what I'm saying? We can talk about it later on, but right now we need all the support and good universal energy, but it chose to come out. Yeah, the movie was done for, but she couldn't have waited because she was the only one that was really complaining. Everybody came to her. When you are the leader of the pack and somebody is coming to you, there is a certain level of diplomacy that you have. I'm going to take all these gripes, complaints, and concerns. I'm going to quietly take them to the people that need to take them to so we can keep all this shit under wraps. Okay? She didn't have to mention none of that was going on until it wasn't. until they got past the Oscars. Who knows? It might have been multiple nominations. And I'm not saying that she shouldn't have said it. She talked about the adverse and pay with black actors and actresses versus their white counterparts. Okay. Those conversations, one, are nothing new. Two, you were only nominated one time for an Oscar, and that was your portrayal of Benjamin Button's mother in the Benjamin Button story. Look, you are well deserving of all of what you can get because you can act, Taraji P. Henson. Absolutely you can act. That's not debatable. That's not going to even be argued about. The concern is all of that could have been taken a back seat until we got this movie really up and running. You know, have some. If she, I felt she was being selfish. I felt she was all right, dragons. I felt she was being selfish. I felt she didn't care about nobody but herself. I felt like she didn't understand, and she should have, as seasoned as she is, of the context of what she's saying and how it's going to be misused against her. Because I really don't think that she cared about what was going to happen. She wanted money. She wanted as much as she can get. And I get it. You're a certain type of actress. You've proven yourself. But these other people have not. This movie has not proven itself yet. She had no right to take that away from the fellow actors, the people that the man that directed it, wrote it. You know what I'm saying? She had no right to do that, and she definitely had no right to take that energy away from the original author. You know what I'm saying? To hopefully our culture in 2024, the generation they can get the story of Color Purple in a different way, but still see the story play out, still understand why this is important. She didn't regard any of that as far as I'm concerned. So this idea that, you know, she should have, of course she should have got her money, but she didn't give a shit about nobody but herself. And those are my thoughts on it. Those are my thoughts. She was being selfish. She is about, if I have to give her a percentage based on, and there's another thing. Along with Taraji P. Henson being selfish and her own agenda that was going on, a good 30%, no, I'm going to do her better. A good 80% of the tragedy of it not being as successful as it should have been and will be is because society did not want to see two women kissing. When you got people like Lil Boosie talking about he don't want to see two women kissing, I don't see why not. Because most straight men, they said they have a problem with homosexuality unless it's two women eating a box and sucking on nipples and things like that. You know, if it's two women, you know, they don't have a problem with it because in their sick minds, they are imagining themselves involved in that situation, although most of them will never stand a chance in hell. You know, but a lot of them think so. Most men will accept that. That's why most men will accept trans men over trans women, because in their mind, yes, she looks like a man, but I know she got the box, and you know what I'm saying. Some of them, you know, she got that box down there, and I know what it can do. You know what I'm saying? Versus a trans woman, then it's a problem now. See, you got to read between the lines, folks. But like I said, 70% of it is society and people like Lil Boosie and all his derogatory terms, you know, and it's just like we live in, you know, everybody's so polarized with gay folks and transgender people. But like I said, Taraji, I'm going to give her 30% of the 100% mess that was created around this movie and why it wasn't the success it should have been, because it was a great movie. I'm going to give 30% of the 100% mess to Taraji P. Henson, and she is she needs to take accountability. You know what I'm saying, for things what she did, and I'm just telling it like it is. Y'all don't like it, too bad. So that's what's going on with the Oscars. That's what's going on with Taraji, and I'm gonna do another video that's coming up. It's Trust me, this one I'm finna go ham. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm tired of the Beehive and all that nonsense and Tina and Beyonce's mother and y'all just acting a fool out here. You know what I'm saying? Coming for Janet Jackson, baby, we ain't finna allow the Rhythm Nation Warriors. We up, we ready, we out the trenches. So we can get in the trenches with you, but we out. You know what I'm saying? Well, you know, the signal has been set. You know what I'm saying? We don't see that Rhythm Nation signal be shot up in the air like that Batman signal. Baby, it's a wrap now. We coming. We coming. So, you know, you ain't come. But we're going to get into that the next video. But for this video, yeah, y'all don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And let me know what y'all think about the Oscars, the sentiment on Taraji. Y'all let me know, good or bad. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share. Thank you all for coming to the Dragon's Den. Welcome to the castle, the kingdom. I am your Dragon King, and thank you for coming. And I appreciate you all so much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Say it with me. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe,